In the high-profile trial that has captivated the nation, Casandra Cassie Ventura Fine has taken the stand to testify against her former boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs. Her testimony has revealed disturbing details about their decade-long relationship, painting a picture of abuse, control, and exploitation that has shocked the courtroom and the public alike. The trial, which began with Cassie as the prosecution's star witness, has brought to light allegations that have long been whispered about in the music industry, but never before detailed so explicitly in a court of law. Cassie, now 38 years old and pregnant with her third child with husband Alex Fine, spent nearly 20 hours over 4 days on the witness stand, recounting her experiences with the music mogul. Her testimony has been both emotional and detailed, providing jurors with a window into what prosecutors describe as Combs' criminal enterprise. The allegations against Diddy are severe. He faces federal charges of racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted, the 55-year-old music executive could face life in prison. The relationship between Cassie and Diddy began in 2007, when she was just starting her career as a musician and entertainer. During her testimony, she confirmed that she was 19 years old when they met, and Diddy was 37. Their relationship would last for over a decade, finally ending in 2018. Throughout this time, according to Cassie's testimony, she endured numerous instances of physical, sexual, and psychological abuse at the hands of Combs. The court heard how what began as a professional relationship quickly evolved into a personal one, with Diddy exercising increasing control over various aspects of her life. One of the most disturbing elements of Cassie's testimony involved what were referred to as freak-offs, marathon sex parties orchestrated by Diddy that sometimes lasted for days. These encounters, which Cassie testified occurred hundreds of times during their relationship, involved male sex workers hired by Diddy to have sex with Cassie while he watched and masturbated nearby. Prosecutors argue that these events are central to the sex trafficking charges against Combs, as they allege he used his power and influence to coerce Cassie into participating in these encounters against her will. During her testimony, Cassie described how these freak-offs would unfold. They typically took place in private hotel rooms, often darkened, unlike Diddy's very public parties that attracted celebrities. The encounters were fueled by drugs and alcohol, with Cassie testifying that she sometimes required IV fluids to recover afterward. She also revealed that she eventually developed an opioid addiction because the drugs made her feel numb after these encounters. When asked about her participation in these events, Cassie explained that she felt compelled to take part to keep Diddy happy and avoid his anger and potential violence. The defense team, led by attorney Ana Estevao, has attempted to portray Cassie as a willing participant in these sexual encounters. During cross-examination, they presented text messages between Cassie and Diddy that appeared to show her expressing enthusiasm for the freak-offs. In one message from August 2009, Diddy asked when she wanted the next encounter to be, and she replied, "I'm always ready to freak off." 2 days later, Cassie sent an explicit message, and Diddy replied in eager anticipation. She responded, "Me too, I just want it to be uncontrollable." However, Cassie pushed back against this characterization, explaining that her messages did not reflect her true feelings. "I would say loving FOs were just words at that point," she testified, referring to a 2017 text where she had told Diddy, "I love our FOs when we both want it." She also complained at one point during cross-examination that jurors weren't hearing the full context of the messages the defense was highlighting, saying, "There's a lot we skipped over." Later that year, she had also sent Combs messages expressing frustration with the state of their relationship, saying she needed something more from him than sex. The prosecution has argued that Diddy exploited his status as a powerful music executive to violently force Cassie and other women into these marathon encounters with sex workers. They contend that he used his entourage and employees to facilitate illegal activities, including prostitution-related transportation and coercion, which is a key element of the federal charges. Combs, for his part, has pleaded not guilty and insists that all sexual encounters were consensual. His defense team has argued that while he could be violent, nothing he did amounted to a criminal enterprise. Beyond the freak-offs, Cassie's testimony included allegations of physical violence. One of the most damning pieces of evidence presented during the trial was surveillance footage from the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles in 2016, which showed Combs kicking and dragging Cassie in a hallway. This video, which was played at length in court, appears to corroborate Cassie's claims of physical abuse. After this incident, Cassie testified that Combs tried to break into her apartment, saying she heard chaos outside the door, with kicking, banging, and Combs' voice yelling. The aftermath of this assault was particularly revealing. Cassie testified that she went to Diddy's house to get fitted for the premiere of her movie, The Perfect Match. The jury was shown a photo taken in Combs' bedroom of her wearing her premiere gown and large sunglasses to cover up my eye. As she explained, "I got hit in the face." Additional photos from the red carpet showed a visible bruise on her shoulder, and at the after-party, where she wore a shorter dress, a bruise on her right shin was visible. These images provide stark visual evidence of the physical abuse Cassie alleges she suffered. In another disturbing revelation, Cassie testified about Diddy's jealousy and controlling behavior, particularly regarding her brief relationship with rapper Kid Cudi, Scott Mescudi. Diddy had introduced the two in 2011, thinking a musical collaboration would benefit Cassie's career. During a break in her relationship with Diddy, Cassie began seeing Mescudi, but didn't want to tell Diddy about it. She was concerned enough about his reaction that she obtained a burner phone for her communications with Mescudi. One of the most emotional moments of Cassie's testimony came when she discussed the impact of the freak-offs on her mental and emotional well-being. "I just felt that's all I was good for to him. I was humiliated and didn't have anyone to talk to about it," she told prosecutors, breaking down in tears. She described how Diddy's demeanor would change during these encounters, saying, "His eyes go black. The version I loved of him was no longer there." When asked why she continued to participate in freak-offs, even when they made her uncomfortable, she explained, "The one-on-one time. When you really care about somebody and love them, you don't want to disappoint them," she said through tears. She testified that when she gently tried to broach the subject of no longer doing freak-offs, Diddy was dismissive, which made her feel unheard. "Doing this made me feel horrible. It made me feel worthless," she said of the sexual performances. Her testimony ended in sobs as she recounted the agency and autonomy she would have had in her life if she had never participated in a freak-off. The defense has attempted to characterize the freak-offs as part of a swinger's lifestyle that both Cassie and Diddy participated in willingly. During cross-examination, Estevao asked Cassie directly whether she thought freak-offs were related to that lifestyle. In a sexual way, Cassie responded before adding, "They're very different." She had previously testified that while prosecutors focused on Diddy's desire to see her having sex with other men, she sometimes watched Diddy have sex with other women as well. However, Cassie made a clear distinction between these encounters and what might be considered a consensual swinging arrangement. She testified that Diddy was obsessed with a form of voyeurism, where he was controlling the whole situation. This element of control is central to the prosecution's case, as they argue that Diddy used his power and influence to coerce Cassie and others into sexual situations against their will. Another shocking revelation from Cassie's testimony involved an alleged rape that occurred when she broke up with Diddy in 2018. She testified that Combs raped her during this final encounter and had maintained control over her throughout their relationship by threatening to release videos of her during the freak-offs. This alleged incident marks the culmination of what prosecutors describe as years of abuse and exploitation. The financial aspects of Cassie's relationship with Diddy also came to light during her testimony. In a surprising revelation, she disclosed that she had received a $20 million settlement from Combs after filing a lawsuit against him in 2023. This lawsuit, which accused him of years of physical and sexual abuse, was settled within hours of being filed. The defense has attempted to use this settlement to suggest that Cassie's accusations are financially motivated, a characterization she firmly rejected. In a particularly poignant moment during cross-examination, Cassie was asked about the settlement. She tearfully stated that she would give back the $20 million if it meant she would never have had to participate in the freak-offs that she found so humiliating and traumatic. "I would have agency and autonomy," she said, emphasizing that the money could not compensate for the psychological damage she had suffered. She also revealed that she was expecting to receive about $10 million from Intercontinental Hotels, connected to her claims against Diddy regarding the 2016 hallway assault that was captured on surveillance video. The impact of Cassie's testimony extends beyond the courtroom. Her husband, Alex Fine, released a statement through her attorney, Doug Wigdor, after she completed her testimony. In it, he expressed pride in his wife's strength and bravery, saying, "Over the past 5 days, the world has gotten to witness the strength and bravery of my wife, freeing herself of her past." He addressed speculation about how it felt for him to sit in court and listen to his wife's testimony, saying, "I have felt so many things sitting there. I have felt tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass. I have felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her." Fine's statement continued with a direct message to Diddy and those who supported him. "So, to him, and all of those who helped him along the way, please know this. You did not. You did not break her spirit, nor her smile that lights up every room. You did not break the souls of a mother who gives the best hugs and plays the silliest games with our little girls. You did not break the woman who has made me a better man." He also pushed back against the narrative that he had saved Cassie, stating, "I did not save Cassie, as some have said. To say that is an insult to the years of painful work my wife has done to save herself. Cassie saved Cassie." The trial has also featured testimony from other witnesses who corroborate aspects of Cassie's account. Dawn Richard, a singer in the group Danity Kane, formed on Diddy's MTV show Making the Band, testified that she saw Diddy assault Cassie at his Los Angeles mansion in 2009. "She fell down," Richard told the court. "She was in the fetal position." After the incident, she said Diddy took her aside and told her what she saw was passion, and that, where he is from, people go missing if they talk. Richard had previously filed her own lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of physical abuse and withholding her earnings. Throughout her testimony, Cassie has maintained that she was coerced and abused by Diddy over the course of their relationship. Despite the defense's efforts to portray her as a willing participant in their lifestyle, she has consistently described feeling trapped, controlled, and exploited. Her courage in coming forward and testifying has been praised by many, including her husband, who described her as having saved herself through years of painful work. In the end, Cassie's testimony stands as a powerful account of one woman's experience with a man who wielded enormous influence in her life and career. Whether or not it leads to a conviction for Diddy, it has already had a significant impact on public discourse about power, abuse, and accountability in the entertainment industry and beyond. The courage it took for her to come forward and share her story in such a public forum cannot be underestimated, and her testimony will likely be remembered as a pivotal moment in this high-profile case.